marching bands and all band programs, we plan our events, golly, back in March and April, and so then we give the kids a calendar for the whole year. I mean, we are type A personalities when it comes to that kind of organization. So we know what's coming up, we know what to plan for, and we always plan with the end in mind. We know if our last competition is October 25th, then there's obviously competitions before that, and we know what our first game is, so we have to plan everything backwards so we're prepared. It very much teaches the kids about long-term planning, which is something that they don't get to experience much because our society is so much built on instant gratification and instant results. You know, something like a show, a marching band show, does not happen instantaneously. So you got to be patient, you got to persevere. So that's what we learn in marching band.
Towards the end of July, is when we start our full band camp. It's color guard and percussion, it's 3 weeks, and for wind instruments, it's 2 weeks, and it's all day long. From, let's see, we start at 7:30 in the morning, and we go until 5 o'clock. I mean, we have a lunch break and all that in there also, but it's long days, 5 days a week. Towards the end of camp, we have a end of camp concert, and we just show the audience, parents, what we've been working on, marching technique, playing music of the show, our marching show, and so they're able to see like what they can expect of the season.
What we're doing right now is we're learning our basic fundamental exercises, and so with that being said, you know, we don't expect anybody to be perfect. The most important thing we do is always a balance of learning music curriculum, learning techniques, fundamentals, and of course making music. So this happens to be our most visible event to the public. And so, you know, when most people think about high school band, they think about the marching band simply because it's in the public eye.
My name is Manny Hernandez, and I'm the band director over at Picacho Middle School. My role is the trumpet instructor. I have all the trumpet players for the Centennial High School marching band, and we're just working on sectionals today.
When we opened our school, we wanted to make sure that we were not treated like, a stepchild, that the school was very much a part of the community, and the community really did accept us right away. We feel very fortunate for that. So, you know, the kids are excited to build. It really did take a very unique kid to come to Centennial High School that first year. Now, we had quite a few, so there was that excitement, but, you know, there were certainly upperclassmen from other high schools who left their high school to come here, and so like they're trendsetters. They're at the forefront of wanting to do things, and so kind of pioneerish. You know, it sounds silly, but it's true. So, you know, it builds an excitement, and so that's what's a little bit different about us right now.
What's your name?
Jacob.
What instrument do you play?
I play trumpet.
What year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
And how long have you been playing?
Since 6th grade, middle school.
I'm Brianna.
I'm Claudia.
What do you guys play?
We both play the flute.
Sienna. Sochi. Izzy. Jamie. Yasmin.
What instruments do you guys play?
I play trumpet.
Baritone. Baritone.
My name is Alec. I'm Timothy.
What year are you guys?
Freshman.
What instruments do you play?
Trombone. Tuba. Victor.
What instrument do you play?
My plate snare.
So, this being our third year of Centennial and we have a full freshman, sophomore, and junior class, we stepped it up with the music. And has it been hard? Yeah, it has been hard, but I think it's very challenging. And the coolest thing to me is the music of Firebird and the romanza, the Vaughan Williams romanza. I mean, it's just incredible high-level literature. And so there's kids in the band, there's freshmen humming these melodies, and they're exposed to this stuff that, quite frankly, I wasn't exposed to until I was older. So, yeah, God, I get a little emotional thinking about it. It's really cool.
My name is Joseph Lotus. I'm standing over here on the scissor lift, and I'm the director of bands at Centennial High School. And standing over to my right is our new assistant, our associate director of bands, Sarah Candelaria. This is the first time for Centennial that we've marched our first movement at summer band. That's a huge accomplishment. So give yourself a round.
And there's still another water inside. If you go inside, there's still another water. And we'll have more.
My name is Patrick Romero, and I'm the Band Parents Association for the Centennial Band Corporation. Just getting in and getting involved in building a new program, building fundraising and getting funding available so Mr. Flores can have start planning the vision for the future years.
So how was band camp?
It is, oh my god, hard. But it is worth it.
Exhausting, but it's fun.
Exhausting. I thought it was fun. It was tiring.
What are your guys' expectations or goals for the coming season?
To get first place in all the competitions.
Well, since we're so new, I really want us to be on top of the people that have had a lot of practice, to show them that it doesn't take that long to get established.
In class last year, we did really, really good. So since we got bigger, we want to do a lot better this year.
We're an older band. We still don't have a full class of seniors because of the way we opened, as this being our third year, but we have matured quite a bit, and so I set that expectation from the very beginning when Centennial opened. Now, we opened with 60 kids in the band, and 47 of them were freshmen. And so that means 47 of the kids, a majority of the band, were brand new to marching band. And so I had to train every kid to understand where we're eventually going. And it took a lot of trust for those kids because they didn't know what I was talking about. They didn't know what ZO was. They didn't know what TOB was. And so, last year we do a little bit more. This year we're doing even more. We're bigger. We're taking, we're doing harder music and harder drill, as I mentioned. And my expectation is always that we get better. We never want to take a step backward. And some days, unfortunately, we do, but we're human. And there's a group dynamic, and unfortunately sometimes the group doesn't do very well. And we try to minimize those days, and so that we're always plugging ahead forward. That's the most important thing that I teach, is that it's a long-term goal, and you have to work your very best, and you always apply what you're learning in band for these long-term goals to what you do in life, whether it's academics, whether it's your religion or your personal interactions, or it's your job and your career goals. You work to get better each and every day, because if you're not getting better, you're only getting worse. And so that's what we try to do. First game was versus Oñate, and so with the first game versus Oñate, not only is there excitement of, oh hey, it's the first game, but not only is it the first game, there's another band sitting directly across from you, and it was fun going back and forth with Oñate, and it certainly is a friendly competition, that sort of thing, but it's not like we're competitors by any means, simply because we support each other, and it's music. Now, do we attend events where we compete? Yeah, we do, but it's a friendly rivalry, and it was a lot of fun.
It's your first performance in the full uniform and stuff?
Yeah.
Are you nervous, or are you just mostly excited?
I'm mostly excited. So much. But I know as soon as I get on the field, I'll start getting nervous.
How are you guys feeling? A little nervous. Excited?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, there are quite a few people who do come for just the marching band. There's a lot of people that I know, as a matter of fact, who only come for halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Centennial High School marching band. Music arranged by Don Barrett. Tonight the band will perform the first two movements of the four-movement show. The first movement is entitled Dark Purple. The second movement is titled Violet. The first movement will feature soloist Tommy Yoder on flugelhorn. The second movement will feature Leo Romero on the flute. Is your band ready? Centennial High School Marching Band, you may take the field for halftime performance.
just preparing for our main competitions. Our music MPA, it's our Southwest District Marching Festival. It's in Deming, it's in Deming, New Mexico. Excuse me. And then also we prepare for our ZIA marching competition. That's in Albuquerque. And we also prepare for its Tournament of Bands competition at NMSU. Well, with competition, it kind of varies with different people. I personally, I like competition. I think it's great that you want to be better than other people. At the same time, though, that's not what we want to instill with our kids, especially here at Centennial. We aim for more how you individually have done, and then also as a group. Did you do better than the last time you performed this? As a band, did we perform better than the last time? So we're looking for progression. It doesn't have to be huge leaps, but if there's, small progress being made by each week, by each member, then that's what we're aiming for. We're not necessarily wanting to win first place every year. That's not our goal. Our goal is to just be better than previous years, to be better than previous weeks. And if we just keep growing that way, then the first, second, third place will just come naturally. So we like competition, and we do a little friendly competition with the groups and other schools in the in Las Cruces. However, that's not our main concern, and we make sure that the kids know that. And so we like to show positive, feedback to all other schools. So, because we all work the same, we all work just as hard, and some people do better than others, and it's just the nature of it. So we like to instill that, and just remember, these kids work just as hard as you did. It doesn't matter place, first, second, third. Just did you personally, individually do better than before? If you did, then that's the goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Centennial High School Marching Band.
So all of the high school marching bands from Southwest New Mexico will go and participate. And I say competition, but that's really not. It's more of a music performance assessment. So really, when we go to that event, we're competing with ourselves for ratings. We're hoping to get a certain level of rating. Music systems, grading systems are from a 1 to 5, and 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. So we get a rating, and we're hoping to get 1s, but it's not about the rating. It's about getting better, and whatever we do at that event, our intent is at the next competition we'll have a better performance, a much better performance, and then the next competition is much better than that. So it's all, again, kind of tying back to our show, it's all about a journey and what you do and how you handle yourself and how you succeed and strive.
Our next band this evening from Las Cruces High School and Centennial High School, the Centennial High School Marching Band. Applaud each band, please. Centennial High School, Division 1.
14 minutes off the field, on and off the field. You want to guess how long it took us tonight? 19. That's 5 minutes, and for every 5 seconds, it's a 1/10 deduction. So we have to practice being fast. Got it? Okay.
I thought the band did fantastic this evening. It's been a little rough lately, to be honest, but this is the hardest time of the season, just because the kids are really tired. They've got their academics to be responsible for. They're having to clean. Nobody likes to clean their house. Nobody likes to clean marching. Nobody likes to clean music. So it's challenging. So it gets real emotional at this time of year, and some of our rehearsals have been emotional great, and then emotional not so great. So it's nice tonight that the kids get to see that some of the work pays off, and so now it's a push for the next week and a half for Zia, and the next 2.5 weeks for TOB. So, but I'm looking forward to it. As stressful as it is, I really appreciate this time of year. I think it's a lot of fun during rehearsal when things go well, and hopefully things start to go consistently well. Our final competition is the NMSU Tournament of Bands, and that's hosted here in town. That's really nice. That's also a big event where, not only are they New Mexico bands, but there are also quite a few Texas bands, especially El Paso. Our show is a little unique. It's a little bit heady or intellectual, if you want to call it that. It's called The Line Between, and so we leave that up to the audience and what they determine the line between is. You know, there's a saying of there's a fine line between love and hate, there's a fine line between dark and light, there's a fine line between this and that. So we leave that up to the audience. So what happens visually in our show is we start, if you're sitting in the audience, we start on the far left-hand side of the field, all of us, and then by the end of the show we end on the far right side of the field. So it's a journey, and we're choosing to reflect our journey in colors. We go from a dark purple on the far left side to a very light peach on the right side. There is one person who we call her the walker, and her job is to be oblivious to everything that's going on musically and marching, and she simply walks a straight line across the field, and it is her journey to get from one end to the other. So the whole idea is we take the audience on that entire journey, and so everything kind of revolves around her, all of the drill, all of the music, all of the color guard, everything. So again, a little intellectual, but the music is fantastic. It's the music of Igor Stravinsky's Firebird, and also Ralph Vaughan Williams' Symphony No. 5, his third movement, entitled Romanza. So it goes from this very dissonant, harsh, dark sound to a very light, beautiful sound at the very end.
Our next band in finals competition is the Centennial High School Marching Band from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Centennial High School, you can now take the field for finals competition.
again, we may be competitors when we go to these other events, but music is so much different. It's not a sporting event. It's all subjective, so that's what skews it a little bit. It's not like it's not like one band can put a ball into a basket or put a ball through a net and you can check it off and go, that is a tangible thing where I see it. Music is so subjective to those judges. And of course they try to standardize it as much as possible with a set in stone rubric. But it's more important for us to understand that music is not just about competition. It is about competing with yourself, doing your very best all the time, and then supporting one another, supporting other artists. That's what other arts do, the visual arts and etc. I mean, culinary arts, we celebrate those great achievements. And so music, we do the same thing. We just happen to go to events and compete sometimes. So it's very important for the kids to socialize and interact with one another and support one another.
As they enter the field, let's hear it one more time for all of our finals bands this evening. In fifth place, with a final score of 83.688, Centennial High School. We encourage all bands now to take time and congratulate each other. Thank you for joining us tonight and for supporting the New Mexico State University Tournament of Bands. Have a safe trip home.
Like you said, it's amazing to see from the beginning of camp when they can't keep a beat with their feet, they can't stay in step. You know, they're still in Cheeto mode on the couch with their shoulders slunched, and we have to really start from scratch from the beginning. We fix their posture, we fix their timing, their playing. We come together as a whole group, and it's really cool to see the progression each month, each week as we grow into the marching season. And the possibilities are endless with this group. They just love band, all of them. They love to be here. They love the family socialness of the group. They love playing music. They love making music. They love doing well in competitions. It's just, it's a good confidence booster for kids. So it's been busy and hectic, but it's just the reward at the end with how we place it with TOB and Zia and our ratings for our MPA. We did very well, so the hard work and the early mornings and the I'm sick, I don't want to be here, it all paid off in the end because they just did such a great job, and it was really amazing to see the progression from each week, and it was really cool.
What's one of your favorite things about marching band?
The trip, just traveling and just performing. It's just a great feeling when you're out there on the field. I like the camaraderie, like how everyone is like brothers and sisters, and you come in and you make friends that last year.
In the Pride, right? Did you play?
Yeah, I did play in the Pride, the MSU Pride band, and it was fun. I did 3 semesters with them, and some of the most exciting and fun times, and I still am very much connected to those people who I was in marching band with, and that's kind of how marching band goes, whether it's high school or college. You build these strong friendships and relationships because you spend so much time and you spend a lot of emotional energy, the ups and the downs, the very highs and the very lows with these people, and so you get connected, and I think that's what makes music and band so special.